I am Chelsea Speaks. Listen, I've been talking cash-ish for like a year because there's this band that's been in Atlanta that's been popping. Really, they're all over. But I recently had the opportunity of experiencing them my first time at KOD. Shout out to KOD on the South Side. And when I tell you I was blown away, I don't know if it's 'cause I was high and drunk at the same time and I was eating. But either way it goes, they just shifted my whole perspective on music so much. And then when I saw that these is hood dudes, like these is like, well, you know, they're polished too, we'll say that. They're like people that look just like us. Like, it's not what you expect when you think of a band. You think of like, you know, the stiff, you know, suits and things like that. Not that they can't do that, but they were so true to who they were that I had to get them on air. So I literally told Nelson, I'm gonna get them on air one way or the other. So before I go further, let me shout out my guy Ken for making this happen real quick. Shout out to Rob, manager Red Sample. Listen, without further ado, let me introduce the band, the best band in the land. I feel like a old Sonic Sound land. Red Sample in the building. What's up, y'all?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
I'm over here like pajamas with them. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Help us, Lord. Listen, I am so excited to sit down and talk with you guys. Have you guys, like, when's the last time you did a radio interview?
It's been a minute.
I feel like y'all be like moving around so much that.
Take that back. We did do Clark.
Okay.
Greg Street.
Okay.
Shout out Greg Street, man.
Okay, that was my guy. Greg Street actually sent me to school for radio.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I started B103. So look, before we get started, I always have to have a little icebreaker. So we're gonna play a little game. All right. So this is the way this works. You have 3 seconds to answer the question. You got to give me your answer. I don't care what it is. Okay.
All right.
The first question, I'm gonna point to you, and it's gonna be your turn. Okay. You ready?
All right.
First question. If you could have chosen any other career other than what you do now, what would it be and why? Vinny, what you got?
I'm a mechanic.
For real? With a cigarette hanging out your mouth?
Man, let me tell you, mechanics go. I don't know. Engineer.
Okay.
I would say that. You know. Yeah.
Some technical. Okay. What about you?
Probably audio engineering.
Okay. So similar to what
either
you got
audio
going on?
engineering or building cabins.
Wait. What?
Yeah, building log cabins.
Like Helen, Georgia cabins?
Yeah,
slavery
like country.
cabins?
No, not the slavery.
Okay.
Like the the really really nice cabins.
So
yeah.
you good with wood? No
I'm
pun
good
intended.
with architecture. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, y'all caught that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, Doc?
Basically, I love sports, so it would have been like baseball, football, something like that.
So you be like coaching or you be playing like professionally?
Playing.
Okay. All right, you ready for the second question? Wait a minute. Well, Rob, I'm come back to you. Second question. Who is your all-time celebrity crush? It could be from a kid or now.
Shit, me?
Myself and I.
Okay.
I'm a celebrity too.
I like that.
We all celebrities.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Who you got? Trying to shy away from
What's
answering the question.
what's the white lady name? The one that's
You're
on
messing up.
Well, the last sample just came and went.
No, it's a couple that they
Do
pretty
you like
cool.
white chocolate? Are you open to? Is that what you're
I
saying?
mean, I'm open. I just never had a white woman, so that would be new to me.
Would you be willing to try a white woman?
I mean, listen.
You been looking at them?
No, I haven't been
You
looking.
might have been window
You been on
shopping.
Facebook dating?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me to date a white woman, she would have to be built like a black woman. That's
Well,
the only
these
way.
days, these white chicks built bigger than me, so that
Yeah,
probably
you're
wouldn't be
right,
a
but
problem.
I wouldn't do it. It's probably the smell, so I would have to take a break on that. I mean, if we're being honest, it's puppy love.
Jesus Christ! Hi, Ryan. Who you got? What you got? Who is your all-time crush?
I ain't got one.
Smart man.
You must have a situation at home. Because normally when somebody asks like that, your baby mama or somebody.
Beautiful situation now.
Bless the Lord. Play it safe. All right, y'all ready for the last question?
All right, what's the last question?
I want you to think about it when I ask you.
We don't got 3 seconds.
What's your favorite position?
Come on, man. I'm a dog.
Help
Stop
us.
playing with me.
Help us, Father.
Right.
What else I need to say?
What you got?
It's probably the monkey. You got to be able to take that leg and put it to the side, and then grip it. I call it the monkey.
Your eyes got real big. You
Because
done
I'm
that.
listen.
That's
You got to be
go-to.
focused when you do it.
I see it in your eyes.
Yeah, you got to raise your
Did you
eyebrows.
just reminisce a little bit about
I
the situation?
did.
I
It made
saw
me wiggle my toe a little bit.
I'm not doing it. Hi, Ryan. What you? What, are you gonna answer the question?
The electric chair.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now can you Google electric chair for us, please? Because I don't know in the Kama Sutra book what that
We
is.
gotta Google the electric chair.
I need to know. Is that a real position? Did you make that up?
Oh, he talking about when you put them in the full Nelson.
No, he talk about like this office chair.
Yeah, this
You
office
put him in a chair and it just keep rolling around.
Nah, you in it the whole time. You in it the whole time.
You know what I'm talking about though, the full Nelson.
Yeah, I know what you
That's
talking
some
about.
crazy stuff.
Listen, give them a round of applause for answering the questions. Thank
Right,
you guys for
right,
playing the
no
game.
problem.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So listen, we got a lot of topics to cover. We got some time. Before we take our first break, I just want to first tell you guys, give you your flowers, because I want you to know you're amazing. But I'm curious, did you ever think that your band, when you first started, you would be here? Like, what were your first thoughts when you first launched the Red Sample?
Somebody go first. I'm gonna go last.
I thought it was gonna be a slight struggle,
Okay.
only because of the way we started.
Okay.
We started, you know, in my living room.
Really?
You know, just pretty much putting instruments together. You know, at first we couldn't really afford it.
Okay.
You know, so we was piecing instruments together to try to figure out how can we make it work. And it really just started with us three trying to put it together. We didn't have a bass player. We didn't have horns. He played keys and ran bass. I played drums and ran samples. He sung and played guitar. And we had to figure out scientifically how to make it work.
Okay.
You know, so when we started, you know, for little to nothing. Everybody think it's, you know, it's a big league when you first start. No, we started for $35 and a chicken meal.
Wow.
You know, at TGIF on Camp Creek.
And
For real?
Yeah.
What's the other place?
Spice House.
Yeah, Spice. Shout out Spice House.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said I wasn't bigger than such and such. Boy, you,
Well, they messed with you, didn't
Say
they?
what I want to say.
man, that boy told me somebody slinging in the garage was bigger than me. I said, bro, you should.
Wow. So what
But
was
shout
the-
out to you.
What
Thank
was the
you.
Wow. Yeah, shout out to
My
you. Yeah,
dog.
we see you, nigga. That's why seafood social ain't work out. But anyway, listen. So what was the conversation like? Like, what was the catalyst? Like, why did you start a band? Like, what were you doing when you were like, you know what, we need to probably have a conversation about this?
I think we was tired of playing for different people and building a brand. And it's like, man, we all producer, artists. He dope singing, lead, drums, keys, and
So it's the
vision.
need to work for yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. So just overall speaking, is it hard having a group of men,
Hell
8, 9
yeah.
men?
Yeah.
It's like,
It is.
what's the biggest challenge y'all think y'all have seen so far? Because I know how women can be.
Because we all alphas. So
Yeah.
we all, you know what I mean? We gonna speak up, but no group is not gonna work without friction. That motor in that car, when it's burning, that all burning is friction.
Wow.
So it does not move without friction. You're gonna need some friction and understand what the computer do, and understand what the rotors do, and you know what I mean, whatever.
Did you
to
say
create
rotors?
that. Yeah.
You
whatever.
really want to be a mechanic, huh?
I mean,
It's
nah,
gonna smoke a little bit.
God, rotors.
whatever you want to do, your alternator going out.
No power steering fluid.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, every person in it, every person that we brought in here in this room, they play a specific part and a specific role, and they're spearheading it and they're killing it. Nobody is in here just to be in here right now. Nobody.
Everything's intentional.
Everything is intentional. You know, from the keyboard player to the drummer, because I already know how things work. You know what I mean? Like, I've started bands before. I've been in wedding bands that travel the whole country. He been in bands that travel the whole country. He playing with major artists. He's been on TNT back there. These guys been in Anderson .Paak videos. So
Okay,
it's like,
I thought that was you too.
it's like, you know, and the dude back there with the red hat, he going crazy with it too. He been in a lot
Juice.
of music videos y'all seen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Okay.
this guy have been in Japan and other things. You know what I mean?
Konnichiwa. Okay. All right.
Kumbawa.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and this guy done played for the legends, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I did not know Miss Bells did the Aladdin song. I didn't know that, but that's
Yeah,
unique.
I didn't know that either. Yeah,
Wow.
that's good.
So give me a little bit about your background really quickly, each of you. Like, what was your childhood, your
The same.
Damn, dog.
All of us.
Because I grew up in church. I'm a pastor's daughter.
Yeah, we all
So
did.
I was a praise and worship leader. So I started out.
We all were. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So all y'all was in church?
Yeah, still there.
Time in church.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
We
how we
was all at
started.
church.
Yeah, that's how I started.
They still live.
So is that why, like, because if you listen to Red Sample, if we listen to the chords
Yeah.
and the transitions that you do, when y'all be laying in the pot,
yeah.
when you
Yeah.
hit that minor notes, you know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from, correct?
Well, if you listen and really look at what's really going on, because we have people that follow us every week.
Yeah.
And you would think like, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm not going to keep supporting. But if you actually sit in front of us and listen, but then sit behind what we see on the instrument and listen, it's two totally different things. And it'll make you keep coming back because you'll hear something different every time.
I agree.
Just like somebody pointed out when we played Doing the Butt. They're like, I can't listen to the regular Doing the Butt the same.
Y'all mess it up. I can't
because, Rod plays something on keyboard that I don't hear in the song. So when I'm listening to the regular song, I need to hear the red sample version of Doing the Butt. Vinny might play something on guitar and you're like, he does that every time. So if I don't hear it, I don't even like it the same. Yeah, I don't like it the same. So our dynamics, with being raised in the church is so big.
Yeah.
Most of your big tours have musicians that's raised in the church.
Yeah. They say musicians are the biggest freaks. Is that true?
It depends on what day.
Depending on the musician.
Depends on what day. Depends on what day.
So out of all the sets you've done thus far, before we go on our first break, what has been your most enjoyable that you can say right now? Like out of all the gigs you play, which one do you enjoy doing the most?
Gigs? I thought you said. Hey, you know what? I thought she said that all the freaks y'all had on tour. Which freak was the best?
This is not a P. Diddy conversation. Ain't no Meek Mill in here. We ain't having no freak offs.
Shout out to all.
Ain't no freak offs going on.
Let me tell you, man. Shout out to everybody. Diddy want to throw some of that money over here. I don't do no parties. You can ask anybody. I don't party. Ask anybody here. I don't party because I'm creating a party.
Okay.
Hey, you ever the people at McDonald's? They don't eat McDonald's
because they make
Coke,
the McDonald's.
Don't do Coke.
Chinese people don't eat the Chinese food they make.
You don't use the product. You sell it. So I don't need to be infatuated with partying. But shout out to Diddy, shout out to all the black people. You go way up there, you're coming down, they keep it, they take a note. You got to be careful out here. You got to be careful out
So
here.
out of all the gigs, which is your favorite to do?
All of them, all of the residencies.
So you don't have like one that you just look forward to the most? Like
you talking about?
They all pay.
Once we leave. Once we leave, I'm excited.
Wow.
When we get on the bus and we out the city, I'm excited.
So I'm curious, before we go to this break, I said before, are y'all the reason why Fox 5 News was talking about Catch Kitchen and Cocktails adding a $10 band charge to their tip?
Not at all.
No, ma'am.
Is y'all the reason?
No, ma'am.
I got to touch on that.
No.
Come on back.
Look at the receipt.
Come on back.
That's during the week.
That receipt was on a Thursday.
You know what? On that note, we gonna take a break. We got the red sample in the building. It's going all the way up. 678-439-7419. Y'all calling. My phone lines are open. Get with your girl because the sample is on the line. Let's get it. All right, everybody. Well, y'all put your hands up one time. I feel so privileged to sit down with y'all. I'm so glad that you came because, like, I'm a big fan for real. Like, I was really fanning out. Like, every time I go somewhere, I'm that person in the crowd. It's like, I know them.
Yeah,
I know them niggas.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I be trying to say, like, I be waving the kid and shit, like, till my arm fall off and shit. But listen, we got more members on the mic. We got Juice and we got my boy Ken. Y'all say what's up in the mic real quick one time.
What's going? How y'all doing? Juice the Drummer here.
You know what I'm saying? The shades on, like, he in full celebrity mode. Listen, okay, so I gotta ask the infamous question: who came up with the name Red Sample and why that name?
I came up with the Red Sample. I was reading this book. Can't remember the author.
Okay.
The author said, "Colors matter. Everything that you do with your brand is intentional." Target, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, all these things were red, and they were top brands. And I was like, you know what? We are sample based. We kind of operate like a DJ. It's a very long story, but we operate like a DJ. We use different samples and we transition with those samples. But we only use the best. We don't use no B-sides. If it's a song you got to guess about, it need to be our own, which we working on. Shout out to us. But when we started, we wanted to use the hottest samples. We would flip those samples by using the old version of them and the newer version to relate to both audiences. So we want to say the red sample because it's hot. Red means stop, watch,
alert, attention.
So we wanted to make sure that's what we said when we were on the stage. We're not a jazz band. None of the bands that you talk over. You know, you come in to experience a concert experience. With splashes of black HBCU culture. That's what we do.
Look, he had that answer ready to go.
I be practicing this.
I know, because I'm like, the way he said it, his pitch is like perfect. So walk me through, and y'all can all comment on this. Walk me through what a normal rehearsal looks like how we start. Like,
can I tell?
What you got?
This is rehearsal, right? This is rehearsal right now.
For real?
We have rehearsal right now.
This is organic.
Hold up. No way.
Natural.
Yeah.
No way.
This is rehearsal
because
right
how
now.
do you decide your sets?
It's
We call it. Right.
Come to see me get down. It's gonna be different on Friday.
I'm gonna send a text.
It is.
You see the numbers? You see the songs? All right. That's what we gonna play.
Okay, so before we got there, we had to have some type of
Gold Trace.
Yeah. In my living room for a year.
And so at that point, you just kind of finesse the whole thing. You got your engine oiled up and well, so you can just say,
Oh no. At that
Vinny may
point,
send you something like probably an hour before the show. Be like, hey,
for real?
when we first started, he be like, hey man, you need to learn this. I'm like, bro, I'm a church musician. I'm like, but how? He like, hey, learn it.
yeah.
Dang.
But the basics of it is really when we started, we had an idea of the way we wanted it to go. But putting that down and laying it down on instruments is gonna come out different.
Right.
So shout out to Savoy for giving us a chance when we first started at a park.
What?
And the first time he was like, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. And to us, we flopped. That night he gave us another chance at his club. And that night it was like, And he was like, I believe in y'all. I can hear where y'all trying to go. And came back again. He was like, it's getting better and better. And then he said, just remember when y'all get to the top, don't forget your boy. I said, okay. We'll see what we can do. Yeah. So after that, we kept running it over and over, over and over, running it until we got it where we could actually entertain black people. Black people are the hardest.
So let's talk about that. Like, why do y'all think black people are the hardest to entertain?
We don't have to think.
Because we're so critical?
We don't have to think. You know.
Okay.
You can go by music sales.
Because they like to hate. So
When
they see you, they be like, I can do that too.
I would say because they're not really happy, in life. Yeah.
Wow.
Because you are not playing what they want to hear. You want to know why they're not eating the food? You're not putting seasoning on it. You know why they're not dancing? Because you're not playing what they want to hear. Figure it out. That's our job. We're too selfish as musicians. We want to sit there and make them listen to something that they would not listen to on their own. You have to play the stuff they want to hear. Red samples, not blue ones, not yellow ones.
It's red.
Nothing but the hits. If you're playing a hit, they might be a little subjective to it. Get in their face. That's why we got these horns. We're gonna put this horn in your face. We're gonna put this snare drum in your face. We figured it out, family. y'all better go ahead and sign on. Coca-Cola, the Braves, they already calling.
Yeah.
You might
Pepsi,
as well get with
Big
it right
facts.
now.
Big facts.
Because we're catering to the audience, musicians. We come into this and we be like, I'm a musician. You don't know what I know, and you gonna listen to what I say because I'm better at sewing than you.
Yeah.
But it's not about the shirt being sewn. It's about the graphic on the shirt. I can take a cheap shirt and sell it with a print on there. While you talking about how these thread counts matter. These people are at a bar. These people are at a lounge.
They want to feel and move
They
a certain
don't want
way.
to know how
Yeah.
you sold it together. That's for the
True.
That's for a theater and opera. They want to know how you sold it together. When they come in drinking Red Rock or whatever they drinking, they want to be impressed by the graphic on it. So you need to implement things that will make them get into it. Don't try to. You gonna listen to me do this jazz run. You gonna listen.
So you pay attention to what the people want,
That's
and
how
you get
you
the people
eat,
what the
man.
people want.
That's how you eat.
So it's interesting that you brought up putting the horns in their faces, because when did the element of walking around with the instruments come into play?
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay, from Mississippi.
I've been playing at people when they was dead. We was running around. I had an alto saxophone. I marched around their grave when they was dead. Guess what? We gonna do it while you're alive. I know you enjoy that more.
Now that is true. Now
to
that
a song
is
you
true.
like to hear.
Celebration.
That's true now. That's true. Now I got a question for Juice. Now you're the drummer, so if you know music and schematics, the drum and the bass line usually drive the beat. For you, what are you thinking when you're on stage? Like what are some of the things that are kind of going through your mind?
Tell her, Drew. Tell her what you really think.
Man, shouts out to
I'm scared to get that answer, Jesus.
shout out to the drummers, man. Like I said, I'm one of the 2 drummers of the Red Sample, man. Shouts out to the boy Dr. Dre for real.
Okay.
But like I say, Dre lock us in, man. I'm on top of Dre, so I'm really kind of like, just a little on top of what he doing. So I'm just sprinkling on top of what Dre got going on. So it's a little you see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
okay,
that's what it is. So I'm just trying to add anything that you don't really hear in the track. That's really me. And they look at me a lot on stage like, damn, Juice. Excuse my French, but what you doing, Juice? And I'm like, man, just adding a little on top of it,
Do you be sweating? Do y'all be like sweating real heavy when y'all moving around?
Chelsea speaks is off the stage.
I have so many questions from watching y'all perform that I was like, I'm gonna ask all the stuff that I want to know because people want to fucking know. Around before,
add a little flavor to it.
Chelsea speaks is off the stage.
I just want to know because I have so many questions from watching y'all perform that I was like, I'm gonna ask all the stuff that I want to know because people want to fucking know.
Yeah.
So, Hot Rod, I gotta talk about you because when I was at the last bunch, you had this thing.
Guitar.
Yo, I ain't seen one of those since Flash. What's up with that? Like, that's not a normal instrument that you see bands play, but you guys are real musicians, so I mean, like, do you play all keys? Like, what do you?
I think keys is just keys. You just
You put
I'm
'em
playing
in the phone,
every
you
key. You play in them. You play your song. You play your part.
I was so I was like,
But I just say the guitar is a different swag that we can add it. So we go out in the crowd. Like you said, get up in their face.
see, for me, it was when you took your hair down and you was like, like that. I was so drunk. I was like, these are my spirit animals right now. Like, I'm up there with you. That's like I was like, I'm gonna throw my shoe at him. Then you look at Ken with the like, does your back ever be hurting? Because we got to wonder about that. Or all the positions you be making to hear you practice.
Oh man,
Oh, you gonna get the smoke today, friend?
I've been playing for years. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm used to it.
Where did you start out playing?
With them,
Okay.
yeah, professionally with them, but grade school.
Okay.
Went to college or whatever.
Where'd you go to college? Are you a Georgia boy or where you from? Okay, what high school? Mississippi Valley?
State.
Okay, I'm from Mississippi. My daddy went there. I'm in Mississippi. Okay. Okay, no wonder.
Alabama State.
Alabama State.
Go ahead.
No, Alabama State. She said roll tide. No.
Okay.
No.
Where you went to school?
Where you went to school, Rod?
Get Rod in there.
Chevy University.
I have a feeling that don't exist for some reason. Like, or is that a mechanic school?
Where you went?
Where you went, Juice?
Clark Atlanta University.
There it is. There it is. Let them know.
I went to Tit-Tat Shoes, Grambling State University, Louisiana. Y'all already know how we coming down. Y'all already know how we doing it.
Show, man.
Hey, man, I took that. Every experience that we had, I took it and it shows. You know what I mean? When I went to Grambling, I was before I went there, I was a musician. That's why you hear me preaching the same thing over and over.
Because you've been true to it.
They was like, oh, you gotta. I'm thinking I gotta outplay these guys. These guys are doing something way simpler in dancing, but I can't play the way simpler thing in dance because they understood it's about showmanship. The music is gonna come. That's just like a script writer writing over your head. Every case we can't. You know what I mean? We can't go anywhere else but IHOP. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be focusing on.
So I'm curious. I'm sorry. Y'all be on stage, and that was my homegirl that hit the split last weekend. It was her birthday.
I don't remember that nobody did a split.
Yeah, I got it on camera because she almost hunched Ken's two ball for his back.
She's making this up.
Y'all know I got receipts. Don't play with me. What is the weirdest thing that's happened to you while you're on stage? Because I know that women and people, especially places I've been, when y'all play, we playing with y'all. You can't tell us we not on stage with y'all. But what's something so awkward? Because I want the listeners to know that y'all got boundaries too. But sometimes people drinking and having a good time, they don't understand when they might be in too close proximity of what's going on. So I'm just curious, Ken, what did happen? You gonna plead the fifth on that one?
Let him go first.
What you got?
So, which direction you want to go in?
We'll
like
go
as far as security wise, or as far as female wise?
I want security and female.
Okay, so almost every good show where they're drinking and you got good, bartenders, it's gonna be that one that either want to be too close to the stage, and it's always a guy.
Really?
Usually it's a guy that want to be either too close or want to grab the mic or want to dance or want to be drunk. Sometimes it's a guy.
Want to grab the mic?
Yeah. So usually,
stay away from the stage. Put them paws on you.
Yeah, we gotta calm our nerves. Because we know if one go,
it's a whole.
We all going. So we try to.
It's gonna make the shade room. We not get on the stage, bro. It's gonna make the shade.
There's been a couple times we had to call security because it's usually a guy that's like, if they could do it, then I could do it. But with the females, it's the same. You drinking, you have a good time. You might see.
They try to get me to. They want to be my drum.
Yeah, a lot of times they want you to. Yeah,
no,
take your drum.
They want to be my drum.
Oh, they want to get beat up on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know why.
They probably be looking at the drum like, I wish that was me. I wish that was me.
Craziest thing ever happened for me was the DJ having a seizure while the lights were flashing.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I control the lights myself.
Yeah.
A very small known fact. Sometimes I run the lights and I DJ and I'm singing at the same time. So this particular time I could not turn around to see the DJ having a seizure. So I'm hitting the button and Dre like. I'm like, these lights flashing. The DJ was like.
Oh Lord!
I didn't know he was epileptic, man, or whatever. Is that the right?
Epileptic.
Yeah, that's it. I did not know that, and that till this day has been the craziest thing with the DJ and the ambulance coming while the show is. Because I'm gonna keep playing.
So you kept going. Meanwhile, he over there.
The lights gonna keep flashing.
Hey man, he should have knew it was a day, and I flashed him 2-3 times.
Real quick.
Forest Park, they had a fight. Yeah. See, this is the real crazy stuff. So the other guy, he's fighting the security, and he decided he want to try to go for his gun, and I'm still like, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Hey man, I gotta do the job, bro. I gotta do the job.
Oh my God!
Do your job.
So I'm curious, what do you guys feel like? And this can be a collective answer. Maybe give me one misconception just about your band as a whole, like something that you feel like people may think but may not be true.
Everywhere you go, it's like women flocking to just talk to you.
I like that. Let's talk about it.
Fall apart. No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
When we travel, we perform. When we get finished, we either go out to eat, we might chill a little bit, and then we
y'all
on
don't
the
be
road.
outside? You ain't gonna say that on
Blue
here.
Moon.
We don't really be outside.
Outside. So
That's true, because when you
get done, they leave.
As an entertainer, where do you go to be entertained?
Okay, so the last time you came to see us, what did you see after?
The back of my eyelids.
You ain't see us though.
You ain't see us.
that's the point.
We play lead. We like ghosts.
Yeah.
That is true. Y'all do like disappear even between sets. Like
exactly.
Y'all be like
exactly.
It don't even
That's the
feel
misconception.
right.
Everybody think women are just flocking everywhere. We be back in the back laughing and talking about each other.
Do you think that because of what you do, it makes you more vigilant of the women and things around you because you're in the middle of your profession? Like you have to be extra vigilant because
automatic. I think a lot of us women wouldn't even talk to us the same. I think it's the visual of the stage.
The whole
because you're on stage now, I want to talk to you. But other than that, it's like whatever.
That's
they
real.
wouldn't be able to handle talking to us. Like
They
that.
wouldn't.
Like
A lot of them wouldn't.
You think so?
No, so.
Competition.
Wow.
No, so you would think performing at KOD, it would be like the dopest women ever.
Nah, I done seen some grandmas.
No. I ain't talking about how they look. I'm talking about how they talk, how they think.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. You would think like the women that are near us
What you got,
that
Vinny?
you be
Box of rocks.
For real, y'all?
Straight up.
yeah, like it's a lot of women. All you have to do is say hello, and when they speak back, you be like, "Yeah, I'm good. Have a good day."
Elevator don't go to the top.
Yeah.
Man, shouts out to KOD, man.
Talking about KLD.
Shouts out to
Talking
KOD,
about
man.
KOD. Shouts out to Ock.
Everybody.
What up,
Big ups.
Sam and Nick at the door.
Shouts out to
and,
KOD,
Madison.
Wow.
Shouts out to KOD.
Shut up,
But
man.
some of these people that get a job, they
Vinny, are you ready?
right. Yeah.
No, I'm not. This is the third one this week.
Listen, we're going to take a quick music break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more to the Red Sample, find out what they have coming up, get some more inside scoop. Y'all make sure y'all follow them on all social media platforms. The Red Sample, y'all know what time it is. 101 TKO Radio. Stay right there. We ain't going nowhere.
Yo, this is shit's over.
TKO Radio, we are back in the building. We got pressure in the building with the Red Sample. Y'all make some noise one time. I'm so excited. We over here talking and having all this dialogue, and I feel like the world just needs to hear y'all talk because the fact that you guys are such black educated men and talented men, there's so much. We are more than music because as black people, a lot of times we think that all we are is just music when there's dialogue behind it. So I'm just curious. How do you feel about the current temperature of the music industry as a whole? Because as musicians, I'm sure you see everything going on, the sexy reds, but just kind of throwing it out there, your own opinion. How do you feel about the music industry right now?
To me, it's lacking a bit of the art form, a little bit. You know, that's just to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dre.
I'm done for now.
Nah, I feel.
No? What you got, Rod? What you got? How do you feel about the current temperature of the music industry?
One of y'all.
You got one.
Let you go first.
Nah, I was gonna say, man, the music industry is what it is, man. Everybody's an artist. You get what I'm saying? But we coming in, changing the game. You know, creating our own genre, man. This totally different, man. A whole total different experience, man. Like. This is the red sample. You know, I don't even really like saying band sometimes to everybody. I be like,
know,
it's not even
like
a band.
The red sample is enough.
Because when you think band, you think of something else. You get what I'm saying? But you really can't compare us to another band. This is a whole experience. It's like a stage production. So,
wow.
You know, we changing the game, man. Whole new genre, man. For real, the red sample, man.
I love it. What you got, Benny?
Music,
Come on, Doc. Call you Doc now.
the state of music is more so hustle culture than it is art at this point. People just want to know how much money you made off of it, where you came from. You gotta come from the bottom. You can't be an artist no more. It's like I gotta actually kill somebody. But Steven Spielberg can make a movie about an entire horror scene and nobody suspects him of being a murderer, and he gets worshiped for it. I mean, when Spielberg gets a deal, it's not necessarily a loan.
Right.
A music deal for R&B artists and artists that come out of these poverty-driven places, there are loans. So therefore, you just getting a whole bunch of people that they can replace. They're putting people in places where you can be replaced because we don't need another Michael Jackson, another James Brown, another Prince that can dictate the culture from his own stance. We need somebody who fits into what we have planned for you guys. So therefore, whoever it is, when you come over here, do not offer me a loan because I can go get my own money. I can just wait a little while longer and book more festivals and keep booking festivals and keep pushing my music and my money into the people in front of me and kind of start to do my own thing, because $1 million is different when I make it versus than when someone gives it to me.
Because they got their hands in the pot.
When I get $1 million from you, I have to give it back to him, to her, so I could go ahead and make my own $500,000 and shorten that load of that 20% or that 25% that you guys are getting. So just realize, see, and that's another thing. That's why they don't want musicians and older artists in the game.
Because they know better.
We know better. We've got a mortgage. We've got a car loan.
We are ready to fix our credit and got our lives together.
Yes, it's no different. I can use their LLC to get loans and get my own record deal at half the fraction and half the APR rate. Non-profit.
See, I like that you touched on that because now I got to get a little messy real quick.
Oh, she got a book.
I like the book. God knows.
That's a sermon.
I just need to set the record straight. Who is the real manager of the Red Sample? Because you know the streets be talking, saying that other people other people created you. Who is?
The manager is Robert Fields.
Okay, is he here?
Yeah, you right there.
Can we get him on the mic real quick? Can he
61,
say something
ladies.
on the? He's 60, a whopping 61.
Sit down here.
I know, right? Yeah, put it back on. Put it back in.
Get it in the hole now, guys.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Rob. Now you are the official manager for the Red Sample.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even see you. And because I didn't even know. So for real, because I had no idea. I was told other things. So, but a true manager is kind of in between. So just talk to me about your experience managing these guys. Like, what's that like for you?
Well, one, being that I'm a creative individual and they are a creative individual, because the way we came about, it was me. I had a chance to meet the brain of the Red Sample, which is Benny.
Wow.
We met.
How long ago did you meet?
This was it's about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
J.R. Cricket.
Which one?
The one on Union City.
Okay.
By the Kroger.
Okay.
Me and him, other than the workers that at that J.R. Cricket, was the only ones in there. So we sat down and talked for about 15, 20 minutes. He expressed, like, of course, like we were saying earlier, is trying to get out of the whole corporate band situation.
Yeah.
And create our own. Just create a lane of our own, be different, do something that most bands are not doing nowadays. We picked it up from there.
Dang.
And now, just over the years, just to see other bands, which is interesting, not necessarily, to be honest with you, some they are trying to copy what we do, and it's good to the point where it's like we've been a good influence on other bands, but sometimes you need to
get your own.
Get your own,
Yeah.
Don't try to be.
Talking about?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Don't do that. But I mean, it's cool. But we just like to be different.
Okay.
Be different and do.
You ain't gonna get fired.
Right.
You ain't giving nobody no free promo, man. No free promo.
That part.
Right. So just like to be different, man, from a lot of bands and stuff, and do something that most bands don't do. As we take the show off the stage into the crowd.
Okay.
And that's one thing that people love, the interaction. So when you involve the crowd and stuff, it's just like a street Broadway is what we are.
Okay.
Peachtree.
Right. So we've evolved beyond the band. That's why we always tell people we're not a band. It's like it's a street Broadway. We're an experience.
We're an orchestra.
Right.
That part. So I'm curious, for those out there that say they want to manage those things, what are 3 tips that you would give someone who may be trying to get into the management circle or management place?
Okay, well the first thing you have to listen to what the artist or band wants. You do not try to change
who they are.
So you basically follow the procedure, listen and follow through. And that's the main thing, because most of the time, a lot of times people try to be different and want to, change the vibe of the artist or what have you. But then that's when you start getting into conflicts where, you think you know what the artist needs, but you have to listen to what the artist wants because it's their vision. And as a manager, it's your job to carry out what their vision is. Yes.
Okay. So listen, as we wrap this thing up, what the y'all looking at? Because I want to laugh too. I feel like I'm in class and they passing the phone around.
Man, listen.
I want to laugh.
Hey, shout out everybody, bro. Like,
I want to laugh, Vinny.
Money don't got no enemies. You hear me? Like, if you done studied war, you hear me? Like, these people working together after they done killed all your people.
Absolutely.
Bro. So you gotta understand, like, this is business, bro. And business, like I told my wife, business is war. You heard me?
Babe, I always say business is war. I stay in war
mode. What is war? Life or death. So business is life or death. Please do not allow your small comings or your shortcomings with another person to influence your bag. Never let nothing of that sort influence your bag. You hear me? You know how many times I done sung on a plantation? You know how many times I done went to these places with the slave names on the wall? Y'all know how many places I've been to? Y'all don't know the diversity of real musicians, bro. We go through a lot, bro. We go through people telling us we don't need $10 for a ticket, bro. People in that thing making nothing and living on their dream. Why I can't? So why can somebody be of lesser value as a lawyer and make money, but not as a musician and make money? You don't have to be Johnny Cochran as a lawyer to make a great living for yourself. So why is it that I have to be Usher as a musician to make a great living for myself? It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. Stop trying to tell us because we ain't famous or famous in your eyes, or we're not pushed by the agenda of 4 or 5 companies that we're not relevant as musicians. Don't tell me that. Because I can outplay a lot of these people. I'm keeping it rated G. You hear me? Like, we can outplay a lot of these people. We offer something that more you guys connect with, but instead you're telling me that it's not a value because it's not pushed by 3 or 4 companies giving them a loan in which they have to hustle and sell those tickets.
And give they booty
and they fighting over songwriting. And they fighting over publishing and fighting over all this stuff. They say, oh man, I'm not getting my publishing. I need 100% of that. Well, you have to understand that if the artist's name is on it, of course I'm gonna be promoting this song. So I'm just as important as the song itself.
Yeah.
As it being played by the person. We can't get greedy with one another. We got to look up. Sooner or later we gonna have to address the elephant in the room. It's not Diddy. It's not these people.
Yeah.
It's the people ahead of them. It's the people that write the revolt check.
Yeah.
The Nickelodeons,
The Clives
the ESPNs,
and
the Disneys. These people are all connected to make you guys fight against one another instead of saying, "Hey, man, how about y'all put some more of that publishing down here?"
So
You know
interesting.
what I mean?
So interesting that if you look at the music industry, the Tom Wileys, the Warner Brothers, Sylvia Rhone, it's a lot of white people at the top of it, and it's an interesting dynamic because sometimes you can have that white person that actually knows music, and then you have the ones that push that agenda. So and speaking of agenda, what is on the Red Samples agenda for the rest of this year? What we got coming up, fellas? Is there like a secret album or something dropping? Your own projects?
We are dropping singles for all of our fans.
We're not doing albums.
Not no album right now.
No album?
We gonna play with the algorithm like they doing. We gonna keep y'all invested. The cell phone is the enemy. It is making stuff go faster. They gonna listen to your album for a week. Buddy.
True.
So we gotta make it. Every song on there gonna be separate. We might give you 12 songs this year. Y'all stay tuned. You heard me?
Okay.
No Doc.
So like I said before the first break, and I gotta touch on this. I got everybody now. You guys, for the record, are not the reason why Catch Kitchen and Cocktails applied a $10 charge because on Fox 5 News, it's not y'all fault.
Nope.
How y'all feel? Did y'all get approached by anybody else with that?
We got the text at least 12 times.
I thought about y'all as soon as I saw that.
Check the date on the receipt.
Yeah,
Check the date on the receipt.
Check the date on the
And look
receipt.
at when we started.
All I know, you come on Friday night, man, you're going to see the best experience around,
Period.
man. Friday night, the Red Sample experience, man. This is bigger than a band, man. It's a whole experience, man, for real. Come check us out.
You see us performing, you're going to be like, dang, it was only $10? Dang,
That's true.
tough.
That's true. And honestly, when I saw it, if it's y'all, I wouldn't even be mad because I'm like, that's more money going in their pockets. The real ones that rock with y'all, I wouldn't even been mad.
Hey, listen. It don't matter who it is. It's $10.
Yeah.
If they sitting up there playing an instrument and learning these lyrics to these songs,
They deserve that credit.
and entertaining you, that's $10. Now that's $10. The rest, when you get ready to come to this, it's not gonna be $10. But guess what? when we get ready to throw this event this summer, it's not gonna be $10, family. But guess what? We're gonna make sure that you have left with more than you ever could imagine you bargained for with whatever we charge. Whether it's $35 and $45 to sit in the front. Understand? I've been giving you too much on the budget I'm getting.
Yeah.
So imagine when you pay what
Actually
I'm asking
pay
you to
for it, and
I'm gonna make sure you. If I play Purple Rain, it's gonna rain on you.
yeah,
Bring a raincoat. When we play Purple Rain, it's gonna rain on your head.
you gonna be like,
You know,
swirling, you gonna have
when
rain
we
on stuff.
party, when we playing a sexy song, there gonna be things that happen to make you feel like this is a
You gonna
sexy
take your
song.
shirt off hot rod and do your hair like that again?
Yeah, he got the beta already. And fellas, we got something for y'all.
Shout out to Johnson & Johnson.
And fellas, we got something for y'all. When we play these songs, we gonna make sure that it's a three-dimensional encounter with music. You can feel it, you can see it, you can touch it, and it's not gonna be so far. Let's just say you paying $50 or $45. Guess what? You're not so far that you can't touch these people and see these people. You're gonna leave with an experience, bro. We tired of shortchanging and being selfish.
Come on with it.
We gotta just listen to me what I'm doing. No, man, we gonna make this thing a movie.
So before we get out of here, from each of you, give me one piece of advice you would give to upcoming musicians. Who want to go first? Juice.
Stay humble.
Okay.
Hey, man, you know what they say, think for yourself, man. Just think for yourself out here, man. Be an original, man. Don't come out here and just try to be just like I say, just think for yourself, man. Don't do what you see, man, because if you try to do what you see, man, you might not succeed how you want to succeed, man. So just be original out here, man, for real.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna need a booster seat.
Hold on, I use one regularly. Can we not talk about booze? I'm short. I occasionally have to. What you got, Ken? What you got?
I just say stay yourself and be relevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say give it your all, man. If you got to play 48 minutes in the NBA game, play 48 minutes, man. Give it your all. like it's your last one.
I love it.
Don't let these folks steal that from you. Don't let these folks steal the art from you. Don't let these folks make you believe that I gotta hustle. I gotta have a chain. I gotta have a nice car. That's my way of success, man. If you got people repeating your lyrics after you and coming and showing up, make sure those people go tell other people. You know what I mean? This is the map. This is the blueprint. We've gotten lost in a loan. Do not chase the loan. Chase the people. Those people are going to chase you. They're going to give you what you asking for because you got people. But if I got to bet on you and you have no one surrounding you, guess what? I'm going to give you a loan to protect myself. Of course I'm going to give you a loan. But if you already got 10,000 people in the seat by yourself, this is a whole nother, we're partners.
A whole new conversation.
I don't work for you, on me. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn the business of this, learn the back end, learn a split sheet, learn what a BMI is, learn what ASCAP is, and take your art into your own hand. Because $500 for somebody else, you're splitting that $500 with this major company. They want $300 of that. You got $200 now. Now you got to pay the manager. Make sure you know what I mean, you don't let anyone steal the joy of creativity. We are hindering creativity of music because we are looking for the streams. We are looking for, oh man, I want to be the hottest. Like, I need to be the hottest to the people that believe in me. Period.
I know that's right. What you got, Juice?
Nah, I'm like, hey man, giving them for all the game, man, for real. But hey, y'all ain't tuned in, y'all better tune in, man.
I ain't even told them nothing.
Hey man,
but that's free. That's free, bro.
We gonna take some of that information you got, and we gonna create a spinoff just for the Red Sample. You know, Lil Birdie says we might have a little live segment coming for y'all. What y'all think about that? Like Red Sample on the airwaves.
I'm with it.
Y'all with it? Y'all with it?
Me.
I feel like it's so much more dialogue we got to talk about. So before we got to hear any shout outs, any family members you want to say, hey boo, I love you, I'm coming home, you the biggest freak I know. Anything y'all want to say?
Baby, I'm on the way home.
I love my family.
Okay then, Juice, what you got?
Some new merch on the way.
Merch
on the way. We got shirt, we got booty shorts, we got tank top,
hey.
We got sundresses coming.
Okay.
Jackets and all that good stuff. It's coming.
You said
all y'all with a shirt.
Oh, thank you.
All with the red dot on it, man. The red dot. All with the red dot.
Red dot. All right, man. Well, look, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Y'all know we rock with y'all the long way. I look forward to seeing you guys again and being a potential platform for us to just be a voice while y'all are on stage doing your thing. Whatever you got coming up, let us know. You're always welcome here. With that being said, make sure you go follow The Red Sample on all social media platforms. Don't forget they are live at Catch Kitchen and Cocktails in North Lake on North Lake Parkway on Fridays. And don't forget Sunday, the baddest brunch. They bring their A game every time. So come out there Sundays. You never know, you might run into us. So with that being said, I'm going to check off these airways. It's your girl, I am Chelsea Speaks, 101 TKO Radio, knocking out the box. Let's keep this shit going, and I'll see you tomorrow.